Hey guys, just want to take a minute here at the beginning of this show just to let you know I got an exciting announcement here. Long time coming, but I'm finally putting together a virtual summit. It's the Self-Storage Virtual Summit. What is a virtual summit? Basically, it's like a conference, but hey, it's online. So anyway, I'm going to have a lot more information coming about it. Getting all the speakers lined up right now. It's just getting the ball rolling. So if you want to watch and follow and get updates on how this is all coming together, all the updates on the speaker lineup. It's going to be amazing. Okay, it's going to be fun. So go to the selfstoragesummit.com. Again, the selfstoragesummit.com. Just a quick landing page. Just put in your email address there, opt in, and that will just allow me to send you updates as things go along. Get you again the speaker announcements, what's coming up as things move on, and of course ultimately how you can participate and register for it. So anyway, go to that domain again, theselfstoragesummit.com, get signed up, and I'll keep you updated. Thanks a lot, guys. On today's episode, I have Ryan Gibson from Spartan Investment Group on. He's going to talk all about raising millions of dollars for your next self-storage project.
The big question is this: how are those in the self-storage industry like us going to be successful in today's market? That's the question, and this show will give you the answers. My name is Jim Ross, and welcome to the Self-Storage Show.
Hi everyone, this is Jim Ross from the Self-Storage Show. Today we're going to continue our Storage Spotlight series. I got Ryan Gibson with me today. How's it going, Ryan?
Good. How you doing?
Good.
Good.
Well, we just barely met, 15 minutes ago. So you got to tell me more about yourself too. So who you are and kind of what you do.
Yeah, sure. Thanks for having me, Jim. I appreciate it. I'm a longtime listener of the show and your previous show. I appreciate the value that the podcast is brought to us in our business to learn everything we can about self-storage.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome. So we are self-storage owners and operators and developers. So our current business is to buy ground up self-storage sites and also to buy existing self-storages and expand onto them. So we look for basically value add and opportunistic deals where we can buy a self-storage that maybe is underperforming in a good market or has vacant land that we can expand upon, or where there's nothing there and we can entitle the land and build a ground up development project.
Yeah.
And the company's called Spartan Investment Group, and we're in our headquarters in Golden, Colorado. That's where I'm at today.
How far is Golden from Denver? All I know is Denver.
It's about 15 minutes. It's
Well,
just, it's not too far. Yeah, 15 to 20 minutes, depending on traffic. Traffic around here can be a little bit nuts, but
I keep saying I need to find a site in Denver. Not for storage, but I just want to be able to have an excuse to go to Red Rocks.
Yeah. Yeah, we're in the same location as Coors. The Coors.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I've driven by you then. I know the area.
Yeah, it's beautiful area. Set in the mountains, the foothills of Colorado. It's really nice.
I love it. It seems like everyone's moving to Colorado. So.
There's a lot of stuff to do here, so it's good. Yeah.
Well, anyway, I want to jump on here because we kind of came across my radar. I saw you were going to be presenting at the upcoming SSA show in Vegas in September, which is coming up.
Very excited about that. Yeah.
It's always fun. Is it first talk at
First talk at the SSA.
Nice.
We're going to be talking about how to raise millions for your next self-storage project. So
cool.
Yeah.
You'll get that's a good topic. You'll get tons of people that want to check that one out. So it's all about the title. So that's a good title.
It is. Yeah, it's catchy.
But speaking on that topic, I kind of want to get into a little bit as far as I guess raising capital. First off, when it comes into a lot of people want to get into storage and they get their friends and their family and their uncle and neighbor across the street that wants to invest in it, but there's more to it than just that. So I thought maybe we can talk a little bit about that and go from there.
Sure. Yeah, there is. So just a kind of a little history. We used to do ground up development, raw land development, and kind of flipping houses in Washington, D.C. That was kind of how we got our start. We started learning about what's called syndication, which is essentially you can take capital from private individuals, friends, families, neighbors, people you've known for a long time, personal relationships, people that you meet at real estate conferences, things like that. And you can raise capital to do your projects. It's a great risk mitigation strategy. It helps you grow your business faster, and it helps you take down deals that maybe you would have otherwise not been able to take down on your own. And we've had a lot of success with it. We've raised about $12 million to date from private individuals, and it's enabled us to put together, a handful of self-storage projects and kind of grow our company. So I think one thing that most people think is they can just do it without filing the proper paperwork with the SEC. But when you're taking money from another individual for the purposes of providing a passive investment opportunity, you're essentially selling a security. And there's some securities laws that goes, along with raising capital from investors.
Yeah.
And that's where I've really kind of wanted to stress, the importance of putting together a private placement memorandum, subscription agreement, offering docs, operating agreement, and, really defining the roles and responsibilities of the partnership. So there's a clear understanding of the risk that you're providing to your investors and the potential reward, and that you're doing your state filings and you're doing all the proper paperwork to do an exempted offering, which is under Regulation D.
Nice. There's a lot to it, man. This over my head. There's no way I would even go into it. But just like on my side of the thing, when I'm doing third-party management for sites, I've seen some organizations where it's like written on a napkin or a placemat and like, okay, or I've seen the exact, the way it's actually done correctly.
Sure. Well, and back of the napkin is fine until everything goes wrong, right? Yep. And that's the only reason, that's the main reason, not the only reason, but the main reason why you're doing this filing is, if something goes wrong, if everything goes right, maybe you've been doing it on a napkin for 25 years and nothing has ever gone wrong. So you'd never know any reason to why not to do it on a napkin, right? It would be fine to do. But really the private placement memorandum, which discloses the risk of the deal that the investor is investing passively in, is actually what protects the operator. It protects the investor, but it also protects the operator. And that, this legal document discloses all of the risks and pitfalls of potentially that could happen in the deal. It's kind of like going in for surgery and you get that that big disclaimer that says, you can die and things can go wrong, and you're agreeing that, that's a possible outcome. And that's kind of what your PPM does, is it goes on record to show that, you've disclosed the risks of an investment to somebody. So if it does go wrong, you're covered from that perspective.
Yeah, and again, it's just got to cover your bucks. There's seriously, that's what the bottom line is, because
sure,
more sites, especially the way they're going for now, as far as the amount of capital you have to raise to even kind of start playing, in this game, they have to get more and more people and more investors lined up to even try to be able to start playing in the storage game. It's not like it used to be, really. So I've seen more and more projects that have a bigger pool of investors for, one location.
And that's one of the great benefits is, normally you may be limited to a smaller facility if you just did it on your own, where you can kind of get the upper hand when you have a pool of investors that come together to take down a project. You could get maybe a better deal, or you can pay all cash, or you don't have to take out loans or things like that. So it's really kind of a nice tool in our business, using syndication and having that mechanism to raise capital from private individuals legally and properly to grow our company and continue to buy self-storage facilities.
So obviously you got to make sure you're covered legally wise and all that, and make sure it's all set. But I'm kind of putting the cart before the horse here. How do you find investors in the first place?
Yeah, so we've had a lot of fun with it. It's we're all avid skiers at Spartan, and we like mountain biking, and we enjoy the outdoors.
We're Colorado boys, of course.
Well, we actually moved here. We were actually in DC for a little bit, and we moved out here. So, and originally from Michigan, most of us from Michigan, obviously with the Spartan name.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so we do things that put us in environments where we're relaxed and have fun, and we get to know people, that take an interest into what we're doing with the storage, and they know us and trust us, from doing previous engagements like, skiing or rowing, or maybe I'm also a pilot, flying with friends, or, running club, or just any physical activity, or, getting out in the community and volunteering, just kind of things that you would be naturally doing to get involved and get out in the world, have attracted kind of those personal relationships.
Taking your new friend to Red Rocks to see a concert. Yeah, stuff like that.
Yes, yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Jim, where are we going? No, so I think it kind of started there, and then obviously track record is huge, right? I mean, if that's great that you're great skiers and you're having a lot of fun, but you've got to have the track record, you have to have the experience, and most importantly, you have to have the team, and kind of demonstrate in your business plan the ability to put together an offering, that you've taken the time to go through all the SEC required documentation, you've thought through the partnership and how it's set up and the returns, and you've done your underwriting and you've done your feasibility study, and you've taken the time to identify the correct property by looking, we look at hundreds of properties before, selecting the right one for our business. And, having that team actually helps identify, good properties in the market. Last year we looked at 880 self-storage projects and bought 3.
Wow.
So, that's kind of
That's due diligence.
it's due diligence, and there's a lot of stuff out there that, hey, you could expand on this for storage sites, so we're attracted to it, and then we do our feasibility study and it's like oversaturated. So and as it's very challenging, this market. Sellers command a high price for their self-storage businesses, and if you don't have a team that knows how to really get in there and underwrite and understand the rent roll, P&L, tax return, bank statements, and put all that information together, and then you don't have somebody that goes through and understands the saturation, supply, demand, and can really get into, if your business model can be successful, that is, those are 2 important things. Now, for third-party management, you can hire someone like yourself that could do a great job with it. It's got high experience, and some syndicators do that. We choose to do it in-house. It's kind of a cool vertically integrated company with, everybody kind of doing all facets of the business. We have a team that manages our properties directly and does the asset management. So I think that's kind of tying this all together. You have those relationships, it starts with personal relationships. And that's what I was going to talk about a little bit at the SSA, is kind of how many personal relations, kind of what percentage breakdown. We track where all of our investors come from. And, people learn about us on podcasts. They learn about us at real estate conferences. They learn about us through personal relationships, and referrals are huge. When someone refers you, you're obviously a lot more likely to interact with that business and trust that business because you have somebody else kind of, referring you to their experience, good experience with the business.
It's the people business.
It,
Sometimes people get too caught up on just business, but they forget about the people part of the equation. So, no.
I couldn't agree more. This is a relationship-based business, and people are at the forefront. Good people, for sure. So
good. Well, I know we just kind of touched a little tip of the iceberg here on what you're going to be talking about, but I don't want to give it all away because that's. The SSA will get mad at me, but no.
Yes, they would.
Want to hear the rest? You got to go see the SSA show in Vegas. And when is it again? September
2nd? No. September. I can check. It's September 6th.
Yeah.
It's the first week of September. Yeah, it's like the Monday through Friday.
Yep.
I should probably know this, but it's in my calendar somewhere, and I don't want to.
I never know until like the week of, like, oh yeah, I'm going to Vegas that time.
Yeah. I have my reservation booked. I have my ticket. Everything's ready to go.
Yep.
So we'll be there. Yeah.
I'll be in attendance. I'll be in the back, so I'll wave to you.
Awesome. Yeah, I can't wait to meet up with you at the show.
7:30 in the morning. See. You come to mine, I'll go to yours.
I'll come to yours. That's my commitment. I'll get
one person in the audience. Okay.
All right. Yeah, you're going the first day at 7:30 in the morning, right?
No, I do just straw on that one. Yep.
What was your topic again?
What is my topic? It is basically I talked about how doing the podcast, just talking to tons of people.
Yep.
Boil it down to some of the 10 golden nuggets that I've learned from talking with every different range of investors to manager companies, to managers, to owners. Just 10 golden nuggets I've learned and I'm going to present in that. So,
Oh, wow. That should be very interesting.
there's my pitch. So,
No, yeah, I mean, podcasting is essentially the modern day business card now. I mean, it's how people really can get to know you without, having ever met you. So I kind of feel like I already know you because I've listened to your show so much. So
it's kind of fun. I mean, like when I go to some of these conventions and stuff like that, I get that. It's a little weird at times. Like I've binge watched you for the last 8 hours, on the
right.
okay, it's a little weird, but it's,
Yeah, absolutely.
it's kind of a nice medium to be in someone's ears for that long. It's personal. And, I don't know, you get a wide range of people that can listen to it. So I'm glad you had the opportunity to actually come on and give a little sneak peek on what you're going to be getting into. If anyone wants to get more information about you and your company, how do they reach out to you?
Yeah, our website is Spartan-investors.com.
Okay.
And my email is Ryan, RYAN, at Spartan-investors.com.
Perfect. All right. Sounds good. Well, thanks again for coming on.
Yeah, thanks, Jim. Appreciate it.
Nice to meet you. See ya.
All right, likewise. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for supporting the show. I want to let you know that we've just opened up our brand new free private Facebook group. There I'll be having some extra special content not found anywhere else. If you really want your facility to be a success in today's market, then this is going to be the place for you. You can request to join us at selfstoragecommunity.com or search for Self Storage Domination Community on Facebook.